Hey, remember couldn't get a 20 from my mom. Now I drop 20 on the lap cause I'm on. I feel the love when I'm riding through the city, but I see him looking at me, pray the bullets don't hit me from the side. Yeah, but legends never die, you know. Yeah, good weed in my lungs, you know where I'm at. Straight from the slums, and I can't go back. No, I won't go back. No, I keep on the road for my dead homies.
Okay, now answer Rasta man rapid fire. Popo wanna break it down rapid fire.
Today, it's live and direct. It's your boy Kojo Banks, my man's Kofi Prime. And today we have two special guests, Gifty B and Hayes. The beautiful Gifty B and the gorgeous Hayes.
Welcome.
How are y'all women today? That's
Good. I love how you added that beautiful to the beginning.
Oh my gosh.
We starting early? Is that what we doing?
Yes, we have to.
Start it. What's up, guys?
We're good. So for people who don't know where you're from, like, could you give us like a background for both of y'all, like a little bit, so we know?
Me first?
Yeah.
So born in DC, raised in Maryland, but of course Ghanaian. I'm low key Liberian too, but
Sheesh, why you say that?
yeah, low key. My dad was born in Liberia, but was raised in Ghana. So technically,
So you're Liberian.
technically, but I don't know that side. So
Oh, so you never been?
never been. Don't have no connections. Don't know any family. So it's, I never been exposed to it, but technically,
Your last name is
blood.
Dennis.
Exactly.
That's where that makes so much
Exactly.
Your
sense.
last name is what?
Dennis.
Dennis?
DENNIS.
Why that make sense?
Because Liberians have like Brown, Williams.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Like you,
'Cause-
yeah.
So where does the Hayes come from? I mean,
My name, my dad's name, his name was Hayes, Hayes. So he named me Hazel.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I was named after my dad, technically.
Okay.
Damn, I just gave my whole government.
I'm here.
It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
cool. I mean, hey, they gonna know it eventually anyway,
Okay.
so it's cool.
They know you.
All right. So you said born and raised in DC?
No, born in DC, raised in Maryland.
What part of DC?
I don't know. What is it called? The Women's Hospital for Washington. It's not even there no more. They broke that shit down. So, I mean, hey, that shit gone.
Right.
How old am I? I don't like to disclose.
I was about to say, you asking a woman her age
how-
with so
how-
much
how-
confidence.
Nah, how old I look?
Like a baby.
19.
I'll take that. I'll take that. I'm old. I'm 27.
Bye.
Yeah.
Old wear.
Yeah.
And fine.
I'll take it.
That's nice. You're gonna be really good when you're
60.
When your birthday?
Nah, see,
Social
Security.
Exactly. Age.
The whole nine. The whole
What's your middle
nine.
name?
They know that shit already. Oh wait, can we cuss on here?
I mean, yeah, if you want.
Don't
Do you?
matter.
Okay, I gotta make sure because I got a potty mouth.
A whole
it's
potty
really
mouth.
bad.
Shit, so it's
I
all
do
good.
too. We all do. For
We
real.
all
Okay,
You
but-
feel me? It's whatever. Fuck that shit.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So Gifty B, what about you?
Okay, so my full name is Gifty Waakye.
Hey.
So the V,
Proper wife.
proper, that's it. So the V comes from the Waakye, but I just changed it up a little bit, and now they say the B stands for boss. So that's my name now, Gifty B. I was born in VA. I'm a VA shorty, despite everybody thinking I'm from New York. I don't know what that's about. I guess when I moved out here, they were like, "Oh, you're in New York." Like they associate me as like a New
Yorker
girl.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And I moved to Ghana when I was like 1. Came back when I was 4. So I didn't get to go to school. I didn't do any of that stuff. But I'm a proper Ghanaian Ghana babe.
Hey. Well-rounded Ghana babe.
Ghana babe.
Y'all know for.
And for everybody watching that doesn't know, like, we're actually in New York right now. You know what I mean? So we're in New York. Yesterday was Ghana Made.
It was.
How'd you guys feel about that? Before we get into anything else, how'd you guys feel about it?
It was cool.
fun?
I've
Y'all
been
both
doing.
there?
Yeah.
Oh, true.
Was doing Ghana Made. I've been doing Ghana Made for years now.
true.
Shout out Manny. Shout out Zula. It was packed as hell. It was. Everybody was out, but it was just.
It snowed, y'all.
It's a whole blizzard, like
An
that's-
entire
no, like a whole
blizzard.
entire blizzard. But nobody.
I
cared.
never seen nothing like
I don't
that.
even want to talk about that.
I said snow,
So true.
like real snow, like My heels were in the snow.
Yeah.
I'm expecting to come up here. It's gonna be cool. You feel me?
Yeah, chill.
Not even
Everything.
snowing like that.
Nah,
And then
it
it
was
start
different.
snowing, bro.
Thought it was.
Exactly.
Man.
Yeah,
Okay.
he looked different.
And so we're gonna jump straight into it, right?
Okay.
Where does everything come? Like, how did you both get into your respective fields? You know, like, how long did it take you to get into it as well?
My little black ass. Look, I was skinny as hell when I was 16, and I was like, okay, so you got to do something with this height.
You got to
this
see the
whole
10-year challenge.
Bruh, did you see
10-year
it?
challenge is real.
Son, I put myself out there. I gave it to God, son. I put the picture up on Instagram. They was cooking my ass.
Of course.
For a few days, but it's fine because the glow up is real.
Oh.
But, so
Same
yeah.
nigga was talking about you pieing your DMs now, right?
Facts.
Are they? Come on, man. That shit
Facts,
started
yeah.
years ago. Though.
Yeah,
Like
that's
before
facts.
the social media thing. Yeah.
Talk about it.
Niggas that was
Talk
like,
about it.
not checking with the kid.
Oh,
in high
they're
school.
checking.
Oh,
Back
you're
then,
my
they didn't
sister.
want
You
me.
remember when it was like, you're my sis, my
Yeah,
sis, my sis.
yeah.
And then the light skinned girl was like everybody's favorite.
Yeah.
I was the sis, right? And then turned into a swan, ugly duck into the swan, and everybody was feeling the kid. But yeah, so when I was younger, I was super skinny, always been really dark and melanated and all of that. So
As
I
you
was like,
should.
okay, you got to use what God gave you, and that's why I went into modeling. From modeling, I broke into entrepreneurship and a few other business ventures that I do now. But it was really my skin and my body type and the way I looked that really got me into the industry.
Okay. So, we know that modeling is like it's big, especially right now. Like, dark-skinned women modeling. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing, right? How? I mean, you just touched on it, and you said like it wasn't always like that, right? But one, how did you know that? Where did you get the confidence? You know what I mean, to go into it, knowing like, hey, I'm gonna just do this.
So it definitely over time, because again, the same thing that I'm praised for now is what people were breaking me down about, making fun of me. I mean, the whole like, oh, you black as shit. Oh, this, you that. That we went through as kids, and then the being African to it.
Right.
It was just like jokes on jokes, but. I think the confidence came over time. Even as I'm 25 now, so over the years, like every day I learned something new to add to like my personality and my confidence, because it's not easy. It's a lot. It's only one slot for black model, one or two. They only need like that token. You know what I mean? So the competition is like crazy, and if you're black, then they want you to probably be like bald.
I was gonna say bald.
They
and
want
dark
that
skin.
black
Really?
bald. Yeah. So now I have silver hair and blonde hair now, you know what I'm saying? And it's just, you just have to be who you are at the end of the day. What's for you is for you.
Right.
And that's something that I had to learn over time, So yeah, the confidence came and we shining
there.
now.
Shining.
Yeah.
Shining. Sorry.
No problem. So, hey, so what about you?
Okay, so it's always weird because like when you look back in retrospect and you think about like your childhood and how you were as a kid, it all connects because you're like, damn, I've always been like this. Like there was always some sort of like clue or whatever. But long story short, when I went off to college is when I started to really get into like dressing up every day.
Where you go to school?
Salisbury University. Yeah. So, in high school, we were wearing uniforms. And so it was just a good way for me to, like, just start just dressing. So I started expressing myself, like, through dress. Started, like, really taking up photography in high school and college and just started, like, taking pictures and posting them every day. And then around that time was when, like, Instagram was made. I don't even think there was Twitter back then. MySpace.
Wow.
I was always
Not
really
MySpace.
big. Yeah.
Wow.
I had Black
MySpace.
Planet, Xanga,
Yeah.
all
Y'all
that.
don't get on Mondays?
What's Mondays?
MySpace Monday.
No.
Oh, no.
Everybody gets
I didn't
on
even
there,
know
yo.
the platform
That's
was
the
still
thing.
open.
That joint
Yes,
is-
it is. I logged
it
into
is.
it to get
My
my
Monday.
10-year challenge
You
picture.
feel
I
me?
logged
Oh,
in.
yeah. I stay on MySpace.
You get on MySpace on Mondays, for real?
I'm fucking with you.
I'm like, ooh, what's that?
Hey, but look, after people watch this, though,
You feel me?
That's
Hey,
gonna be
MySpace
a thing.
Mondays.
Yeah.
You ready to get that nigga
MySpace
Tom
Monday.
money. You feel me?
Hey, my man Tom. Shout out to my man Tom one time. For
For
real.
Hell yeah,
real.
with that same
Hey,
picture every
you
time.
started it.
I'm not even
goat.
gonna lie, bro. He made white beaters like relevant or
The
white
thing.
is relevant.
Yeah, facts.
That
IT is
picture.
relevant
Facts.
for the
My man
lives.
had the most basic picture, but it was just
It was everywhere.
tight.
You knew it as soon as you saw. You're like, oh, that's at the top
Yeah,
right
my
there.
man
That man was
Tom.
like this in front, in front of a chalkboard.
Catch my angle, bro. Hey, oh, that's funny. That's funny.
That's
funny.
super funny.
So Black Planet.
Black Planet, MySpace. So long story short, I just started posting my pictures on like any social media that was like available, and you know, people started to gravitate to it. So then a lot of it just became a lot of social media. Then, you know, after a while, it was just like, you know, I can do something with this. Just started moving into different like avenues, entrepreneurship, just different programs, hosting, you know, things like that. So social media is a really big part of it.
Definitely, especially in this generation.
Oh yeah, now it's like
Yeah.
lit for social media.
Man, what?
Yeah.
Checks are being cut because of social media.
Big
and I'm here
checks.
for it.
Yeah.
And what's important, like you guys just mentioned two things, right? You just mentioned entrepreneurship on both of your ends, right? How hard is it being an entrepreneur